So here we have it, everybody, the Apple Watch Ultra in all its glory, and honestly, it's not as big as I thought it was going to be. But in this video, I just wanted to give you guys a quick unboxing to see what's inside the box. We're going to get this thing set up, and then I want to test out two things or compare two things. First, I want to compare the size to my 44mm Series 5, and then I also have a Series 2 in a 38mm way that I do want to see exactly how far we've come from a Series 2 to this new 49mm Ultra. And then finally, which is going to be the ultimate test, is from previous Apple Watches fit on this Apple Watch Ultra. Because Apple says that the 44mm bands should still work, but there might be a little bit of difference where it doesn't sit flush on the actual railings when you do put those bands in. But without further ado, let's see exactly what's inside the box and what the experience is like. Because Apple, they know how to give you a nice unboxing experience. So here it is, the Apple Watch Ultra. So here we have it, everybody. Like we said in the beginning, this is going to be purely an unboxing and a setup, and then we're going to have a full review testing it against the Apple Watch Series 8 and then some other predecessors. For example, this is the Apple Watch Series 2 in the 38mm from way back when. We're wearing the Apple Watch Series 5 right here, so this is going to be a very interesting one. And with this unboxing, you can actually feel it. This is it feels almost like leather or like fake leather, but it is paper, so it's like construction paper leather. Makes it feel very, very premium in the hand. And like I feel like I'm gonna unbox some sort of jewelry, which again I am. And then in the back, here we go. We have the Ultra in the titanium casing, 49mm. I got the green Alpine loop in medium in terms of the actual band itself. So let's unbox this and see what we got going on. This is my first Apple Watch unboxing, and again, since the Series 5 came out about 3 years ago now at this point, because I haven't seen a reason to upgrade up until now. And the jury is still out if we're gonna keep this thing, but let's open it up. And there we have it. We have all this mountainous background because we did get the Alpine one. I wonder if you got maybe the different loops, it would change kind of the background of it, because the Alpine one is for hiking and mountainous terrain. But this is what we got going on. In Apple fashion, it just makes you feel luxurious. It makes it feel like it's going to be something cool, which of course it is. Like this could be used as like some sort of, I don't even know. And then here we have a pamphlet, which again, very, very jewelry-like. If you guys have ever purchased a piece of jewelry, like a piece of high-end jewelry from a jeweler, you'll see that you get an actual pamphlet, some certifications, and then back here, what do we have here? We just have some more paperwork. I really thought Apple would include a cloth, but that's not happening right here. Everything is right there. Let's move this out of the way. You got the band and the actual Apple Watch itself. So let's open up the Apple Watch. So we'll flip this over, pretty hefty. We got two pull tabs right here. We'll pull that one. Let's pull this one. And again, I haven't been this excited about an Apple Watch in a very, very long time. And let's see. Whoa. Oh, it's, and look at that. It's stuck to the top of, which probably shouldn't be happening. All right, Apple, give me something weird to begin with. Let's put that back in there. So again, from the very first grab, it felt a little bit heavy to begin with, but designed by Apple in California, 30, so it gives you like the coordinates right here, which is very fitting when it comes to this actual product, because you are supposed to be going crazy in terms of the wilderness and adventure and being able to track everything by itself. Here we have a nice braided cable. If you open that up, braided cable in white, which is beautiful. We have the puck itself and then the USB-C end. So this should be able to charge relatively quickly. So we'll close that up again because I have multiple Apple Watch chargers around the house, and this one will just be my travel one. So this is the Apple Watch itself. Let's peel this back. Okay, look at this thing. So yes, it's big compared to my Series 5, but not that much bigger. And then in terms of thickness, it's a little thicker, but nothing too crazy, especially because it's flattened on the top on the screen, so it makes it feel like it's not as thick. And the bump is a little bit less protruded in my opinion. Again, Series 5, and this is the Ultra right here. And then if we really want to go crazy with it, this is a Series 2 in the 38mm. So they just keep getting bigger and bigger, but it's not that much bigger, and it's definitely not heavy. So let's turn this thing on. Put that to the side as it turns on. Put this down. Move this out of the way. And now let's open up this loop right here. So another, just one little pull tab. Boom. And then voila, there is the Alpine green loop. So I'm going to put this on. We're going to fit it on the wrist. Hopefully the medium was enough to get this fitted. So I believe it should go like this. Put that like that. So it did have a very satisfying click, which is something that I will not lie to you with my Series 5 the click when putting on different straps is not there anymore because of how often I change it out. But let's put this on and see what it looks like on the wrist. So that wasn't the easiest thing to put on, I'm not gonna lie to you, but again, it doesn't look huge on my wrist. I mean, you guys let me know. I have a pretty normal sized wrist in my opinion. I could probably put the strap a little bit tighter, but this is what we're dealing with in terms of the wrist itself. Now I'm gonna get this thing quickly set up and we'll go from there. So now we're quickly setting this up. I'm changing the text size, so if I wanna make it bigger or smaller to fit as much as I can in there. And we are using a 14 Pro Max to get it all set up. But if I want to make it a little bit bigger, I'm going to keep it at this size right here. I am setting it up as a new Apple Watch. And I know it's not a new feature, but being able to pair multiple Apple Watches to one device is an amazing feature that finally I'm able to use. But we'll press OK, make sure everything is set up correctly. Date of birth, continue. Yes. Sure. We're going to set this up a little bit later on the cellular side because I don't want to deal with T-Mobile right now, but we'll press not now. It is loading. And we'll come back once it's all finished up. Now it's asking us to set up Apple Pay. We'll set up later. This next one is actually about the new action button right here on the left-hand side, which is that orangish button. So we're gonna press workout because that's probably the only thing I'm gonna use it for. The wayfinding stuff, not really for me. Always on display, we'll press continue. I'm gonna go with the grid view because that's what I like and what I'm used to. We'll press continue here. And I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what it's like to set one of these up from scratch. And as you can see, it is syncing right now, and normally this does take a while, but it looks like it's already, about a third of the way done. Get to know your watch. These are some stuff that to get you past that time. We'll press done right there, and I'll just let it do its thing. So first, let's compare this Apple Watch to the 44mm Series 5, and I have the aluminum version. So from a size quality, I mean, it's not that much bigger. Like, yes, it feels a little bit bigger on the wrist, but overall, from a strictly form factor and footprint standpoint, obviously it's bigger because you're going from 44 to 49 millimeters, but overall it's not that much bigger. The actual hump on the back of the Apple Watch Ultra isn't that much bigger and doesn't come out that much more than you would anticipate. It's not until you actually move on from that 44 millimeter to the 38 millimeter Series 2 Apple Watch, which we've had for a while, and to my surprise, it still holds a charge, which is kind of crazy to think about. But again, if you compare those, then you really start to see the difference of what 11 millimeters, which is probably, I think, an extra 20 to 22% of extra display for the actual 38 millimeter compared to the Apple Watch Ultra. And you can see how far we've come from multiple standpoints, right? From a size standpoint, build quality, sensor quality, and even the screen itself. You see the screen on the old 38 millimeter was actually that squared off display that was kind of put inside of the rounded display. Then we went to that larger, more end-to-end bezel-less display, and now we're at this Apple Watch Ultra, which is a very flat display, but takes up the entirety of the face of the Apple Watch. Like I mentioned, I wanted to test out to see if my 44 millimeter leather band would actually fit with the new Apple Watch Ultra. And to my surprise, take a look. Take a look for yourself and let me know what you guys think. Does it fit flush? In my opinion, it does. And again, this is a third-party band by a company called Sandmarc, and it fits pretty perfectly. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I think it looks better. Contrary to popular belief, I actually don't like these Alpine bands. I'm not somebody that's probably gonna be going into the wilderness that needs something like this and something as secure as this. It was kind of hard to put on and take off. It wasn't as seamless and as easy as something, more familiar like a regular Apple Watch band. So if I go like this, let's slap it on. And as you guys can see, it's not a bad look. Like the black band with the black face of the Apple Watch with the titanium or the aluminum colored titanium is actually a really nice look that I'm gonna probably rock this instead of the Alpine band because, again, I'm just not a fan of that Alpine band. As much as you try to get me to use it, I'm probably not going to use it. So this is a great combo right here. So that's going to do it for this video, everybody. Definitely stay subscribed because we will be comparing it to previous Apple Watches. We're going to compare it to the Series 8 Apple Watch as well, and the new SE watch that Apple touted during their Far Out event. But so far, initial impressions, I like it a lot. It's a lot lighter than anticipated. It is pretty big, and I would say like pretty normal sized wrist, nothing too big, nothing too skinny. And I don't know, it fits fine. So the question is, can this be an everyday watch where yes, you take it out on adventures, yes, you use it to work out, but then yes, you also wear it to go to dinner and just to wear around the house and to, whenever you go to a meeting. Is this a watch that can do everything and all the above? We're gonna find out over the next few weeks, and definitely stay subscribed for more Apple Watch content coming soon. If you guys did make it to the very end, leave a little dolphin in the comments down below so I know you made it to the end. And also leave some comments down below about what you want to know about this Apple Watch. Like any questions that you have to see if it would be for you and if it's worth it for you on that $800 price point, let me know in the comments down below and we'll get those answered for you. But until next time, I'm Fernando, and I'm out of here. Click on one of these videos right here to find out more about iOS, iPadOS, and now watchOS. I'm out.